train your Gavin. Read those books in a blink, oh yeah. Grab yourself a hot drink cause you're watching How to Train Your Gavin.
Yep, that's me.
Hi guys, welcome back to How to Train Your Gavin. I am doing the last upcoming 2020 middle grade releases video of the year because I will be covering October, November and December 2020. Quarter 4. It's the way I've done these videos. I've done it 3 monthly, so it's like 4 quarters. And I've had fun making these videos. I didn't realise when I made the first one that I would actually continue doing it all year round. There's actually been quite a lot of incredible middle grades come out in 2020 that I have needed to do 4 separate videos of the ones that were coming out in 2020. Plus, with all of the pushbacks and all of the delays from publishing, it's been quite handy to know this. So I do have a spreadsheet which I will link in the description box with all of the 2020 releases that I've come across. It's not a comprehensive list. I most likely have missed out quite a lot on there, but I do have a spreadsheet so you can check that out for at least a lot of the middle grades that I've had my eye on are on that spreadsheet. And I've also started the 2021 spreadsheet, so I can't wait to start doing those videos at the end of this year. But yeah, this one is going to cover October, November, December, and there are a lot of books that are coming out on October 1st. Some of these books are actually already available in bookshops, have come out just a tiny little bit early, but the official release dates for them are October, so I'm going to mention them in this video, of course. Before I do as well, because some books were pushed back from earlier this year, and I have already mentioned them in a previous upcoming middle grades video, I'm just going to quickly mention them now. I won't go into too much detail about them because I have talked about them before, but some of them that were pushed back that is coming out during this quarter are Jungle Drop by Abby Elphinstone. I will put the final cover image up here because it's incredible, but that one now does come out on October 1st after originally being pushed back from May, so I do talk about it in the quarter 2 video. Yeah, so that's that one coming out on October 1st. Another Twist in the Tail by Catherine Bruton. This was supposed to come out on my birthday, May 7th, but it didn't. It now comes out on November 5th, so I did talk about this in the quarter 2 video as well. And then the last one was The Midnight Guardians by Ross Montgomery. This one now comes out on November 5th. It was originally supposed to come out on September 3rd, but it got pushed back, and I did talk about it in my quarter 3 video, so I link all the videos down below for you to check them out if you want to know more about these books. But I didn't want to talk too much about them because I have so many that I have to get through for this video that I have not talked about yet, so let's get into it. These are sorted into release date and by author surname. So the first one that is coming out on October 1st is Amelia Fang and the Trouble with Toads by Laura Ellen Anderson. This is the 7th and final book in the Amelia Fang series. I've talked about this series a lot recently, especially in my spooky middle grades to read for fall video. I talked about the whole series. This is such a great time to be reading the Amelia Fang books. This series follows Amelia, who is a vampire living in Nocturnia. Nocturnia is a world where there are lots of different kind of horror-esque creatures living, like Grim Reapers and Yetis and ghosts and all of that. So it's a really fun series for younger readers, but I, even as an adult, absolutely love this series so much. I have already read this. I got this a couple of days ago sent to me, and I read it in one sitting, and oh my gosh, it got me so emotional because it's the last one. But I really enjoyed it. I loved it so much. This is fantastic. So if you love Amelia Fang, this will not disappoint you. If you have not yet read Amelia Fang, read the series because I love it. When have I ever led you wrong? Actually, don't answer that. Do not answer that. Also on October 1st is The Castle of Tangled Magic by Sophie Anderson. This is from the author of The House with Chicken Legs and The Girl Who Speaks Bear. 2 of my absolutely favourite middle grades of all time. And you know what? I read this one on Kylie and it is my favourite Sophie Anderson book so far. It is incredible. 100% 5-star rating because I love it so much. So this one follows Olia and she lives in this incredible castle. There is this storm brewing that damages the castle and Olia ends up finding a magical doorway in the attic and she goes on this incredible journey and adventure to save her home and her family. And it's, oh my gosh, I just love this book so much. I think it's fantastic. I'm definitely going to be rereading this now that I own a physical copy. Oh, I love it. Also, the illustrations by Sarah Soderland are incredible. And also, I'm sorry if I mentioned the name wrong. I mean, look at the cover. Look at the cover. It is beautiful. It is Russian folktale inspired, just like the previous 2. It fits so well in this incredible world that Sophie Anderson has invented. And I just think it's well worth the read, well worth the purchase. Go and buy it. It is incredible. Also on October 1st is The Miracle on Ebenezer Street by Catherine Doyle. And this one is going to be perfect for the Christmas season coming up. I mean, we haven't had Halloween yet, I know this. But still, if you are looking forward to some seasonal middle grade reads, then this one is coming out and it looks incredible. George is about to spend his third Christmas without his mum. Since she died, George's life has felt dull and grey. His dad has thrown himself into his work and has no time for family and definitely no time for Christmas. Then George stumbles across Molly's curiosity shop. There he finds a mysterious snow globe which, though George can't quite understand how, appears to show a scene from George's past. A Christmas in which he and his family were together and happy. That night, George and his dad are swept on an adventure to 3 Christmases, past, present and future. With help from new friends and just a touch of magic, can they begin living life in full colour again? A stunning, modern reimagining of Charles Dickens' beloved classic, A Christmas Carol. This will probably end up making me cry, but it also sounds incredible and magical and wonderful, and I love A Christmas Carol, so I'm excited. So yeah, October 1st for this beautiful hardback. Shall we see what's under the dust jacket? You know what, actually, I haven't actually looked under the dust jacket. This is gorgeous. This is under the dust jacket. It is a snow globe with a snowman inside, and it's gold, like foil, and then on the spine is the title. Nothing on the back, but this snow globe on its own is just, oh, it's so beautiful. Well worth the purchase, get it. On October 1st comes out The Language of Ghosts by Heather Fawcett in the UK. I think it came out in July in North America, but it comes out in hardback in the UK on October 1st, and I haven't had a chance to get this one because it's not out yet. But apparently this one is the Pendowicks meets Howl's Moving Castle in this thrilling middle grade adventure about a trio of royal siblings who unlock a long-forgotten magical language in their bid to reclaim their stolen throne. Forced into exile on an enchanted moving island, ex-princess Noa Marchina has 2 missions. Reclaim her family's stolen throne and ensure the dark powers her older brother Julian possesses don't go to his head in the process. But between babysitting her annoying little sister Maid and keeping an eye on the cake-loving sea monster that guards the moving island, Noa has her hands full. It sounds great. It does sound a bit like Howl's Moving Castle, especially if there's like this moving island. But yeah, it seems great, and I think I've heard some really positive reviews from North American reviewers, so I'm excited to get my hands on a copy. Also on October 1st is The Danger Gang by Tom Fletcher. Tom Fletcher is also the author of The Christmasaurus and The Creakers, and he was also in McFly, and I love that band. And honestly, I love the luminous green look of this. It looks kind of sci-fi-esque. And I'm really excited about that. Frankie can't wait to move to his new town, although he wishes he didn't have to leave his best friend Danny behind. But everything changes after the storm, when strange green lightning and powerful thunder crash down on the town. From that night on, the kids who live on Frankie's street start to change. One by one, they become a little odd, a little unusual, a little magical. Frankie's always wanted to be part of an amazing gang, just like his hero, super spy Zack Danger, and soon he realizes that there's real danger in store for himself and his new friends, and so the Danger Gang is born. Honestly, I do love the look of this. I'll look under the dust jacket as well. Oh, okay. This is like, I love it because this is a bit like a luminous green kind of thing, and this is a luminous orange. This is what it looks like under the dust jacket, and I also know I need to cut my nails. I also need to cut my hair. But this is under the dust jacket. I love it. Oh, wow, this is stunning. This is stunning. And I can't wait to read it. It's also illustrated by Shane DeVries. Shane DeVries. Make sure you pick it up. Also on October 1st is When Life Gives You Mangoes by Karine Gettin. And I read this a couple of months back now, I think. I loved it. This is a fantastic contemporary middle grade set on a tropical island. This one follows Clara, who, in a storm during the previous summer, she ended up losing some of her memory. She has really bad amnesia, and we don't quite know what's happened to her. And it's, I still can't get over something that happens in this book. I can't get over it. Just like how clever it was and how it was just dropped in. Oh, I loved it. Anyway, this was fantastic. Do pick it up, October 1st. And honestly, I can't say too much about it without it being a spoiler for what's to come. But it's beautiful, and I love the village set, and I just love this book. So yeah, October 1st, it is a crowded day, but do make this a priority. And again, on the same day is The Shadow Moth by Francesca Gibbons, the first book in the Clock of Stars series. And this is also illustrated by Chris Riddell, and I absolutely love his illustrations so much. And I already know just from the cover, this is going to be a beautifully illustrated book. And I actually haven't looked under the dust jacket yet of this. Oh god, look at that map. Honestly, I get such Edge Chronicles vibe straight away. Oh god, it's beautiful. Oh, I love it. Okay, this is under the dust jacket, so it's a beautiful pink. We have a clock of stars there, but we also have like the stars going around to the side and continues onto the back. We also have It's Time for a Magical New World on the back and the title on the side. Oh, how beautiful is this? Oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. There wasn't too much known about this when it was like first announced, just that it was going to follow Imogen, who discovers a magical doorway to this magical world, something like that. So I'll read the proper synopsis. Imogen should be nice to her little sister. She should be nice to her mum's boyfriend too, and she certainly shouldn't follow a strange silver moth through a door in a tree. But then, who does what they're told? Fair. Soon, Imogen and Marie find themselves trapped in a magical kingdom where no one behaves as they should, and the sisters must move fast to escape the monsters that come out after dark. Longing to return home, they find help from a spoiled prince, a dancing bear, and even the stars above. Ah, this is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. On October 1st as well, we have A Secret of Birds and Born by Kieran Millward Hargrave. She writes, honestly, all age ranges. She does middle grade, YA, and adult. This one is another middle grade, so she did The Way Past Winter, Girl of Ink and Stars. It's going to be out in hardback. I can't wait to get it because it looks beautiful. But the cover up, yeah. I can't say this. In an Italian city ravaged by plague, Sophia's mother carves beautiful mementos from the bones of loved ones, but one day she doesn't return home. Did her work lead her into danger? Sophia and her little brother Ermin are sent to the convent orphanage but soon escape, led by an enigmatic new friend and their pet crow Corvid. Together they cross the city underground, following clues and bones up to the towers of Siena, where, circled by magpies, the children find the terrible truth. It sounds gothic and brilliant, and I love it. I mean, it's probably not gothic, but like dark. Set in Italy as well. Oh my god, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this one. So, I mean, I've got to pre-order it, so it'll come eventually. But I'm so excited. It looks so good. It looks so good. On October 1st, and by the incredible author of A Pinch of Magic, is Midnight Magic by Michelle Harrison, illustrated by Alyssa Elwick. And this is Michelle Harrison's younger reader's debut. So this is more for like younger readers. But this is beautifully illustrated throughout. It is also told in verse. And I could probably sit and read this in less than an hour and just like absolutely fly through it on a broomstick. I mean, but this one follows, I believe the cat is called Midnight. Black cats born at midnight are different indeed, a mischievous, odd and peculiar breed. Midnight is looking for a place to call home. Tracey is looking for an adventure. When the pair meet, sparks fly. But what will Tracey's family think of the little black kitten's magic powers and taste for mischief? So, yes, do check this out. It's going to be perfect for younger readers. So, yeah. So, the next one, I've already read. It's like my favourite middle grade of all time now. And I've been anticipating this for such a long time. And that is Frostheart Escape from Aurora by Jamie Littler. And isn't it beautiful? Isn't it just absolutely stunning? Look at the sprayed edges. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous book. Let me get the first book for you to show you how beautiful this is with the first book. So, first book there, and then the second book. So, matches absolutely beautifully on the side. Both sprayed edges. I can't wait for book 3 now. Can you imagine? Oh my god, it's going to look gorgeous. I wonder what colour book 3 will be as well. Anyway, sorry. So yes, Frostheart Escape from Aurora is the sequel to Frostheart. I've read it, loved it, think it's fantastic. I even think it's better than the first one, if you can believe it. Actually, I can't really say too much about this one without spoiling this one. But Frostheart does follow Ash, who is a song weaver. He lives in a stronghold that is separated by the Snow Sea, where all these leviathans live, these monsters, and it's a bit of a dystopian middle grade. But anyway, so Ash has these magical powers that he can sort of communicate with these Leviathans, which is a feared power, and he has to keep it a secret. But one day he saves the crew of the Frostheart, and he accidentally reveals the secret and ends up getting kicked out of his stronghold to join the crew of the Frostheart. And he ends up going on an adventure to find his missing parents. And isn't this just a most stunning cover you've ever seen in your life? Is it just a colour scheme, everything, and then you open it up to that as well. Oh, you gorgeous thing. I am so happy I have a copy of this. I love it so much. Also on October 1st, we have the International Yeti Collective, Shadow Spring by Paul Mason and illustrated by Katie Riddell. Sorry if there's lots of dust flying around. This one is a sequel to the International Yeti Collective, where it was like in a world where Yetis live, and they kind of have to keep secret from humans. And I think this one follows different characters. So it says on the back, Henry doesn't believe the stories of Yeti lurking in the misty hills surrounding his school, until one day he loses his way. Tadpole loves Shadow Spring, and yet the precious spring at its heart is drying up. There must be something the young Yeti can do to help, but what? When Henry and Tadpole's worlds collide, they suddenly have a big secret to keep, one that will take them on the adventure of a lifetime. I don't know why I'm struggling with words today. I've just spoken so much, that's probably why. But this looks really good. I did like the first book, so I think this one's going to be even better. I love the colour scheme. Again, we have green. It's just going to be good. It's going to be great. Also on October 1st, we have The Beast and the Bethany by Jack Meggett Phillips and illustrated by Isabel Falath. And I will put the cover up here, the final cover. And this one follows Ebenezer Tweezer, who is a youthful 511-year-old who keeps a beast in the attic of his mansion. The beast eats all manner of things like monkeys and parrots, but it's getting greedier and greedier and it wants a bigger meal, and it's probably met its match with Bethany. I love the look of this. It's been described as perfect for fans of Lemony Snicket. So also I just love the proof copy of this because it's got the bite marking. But I did talk about this one in my spooky middle grades to read for fall video as well, so I'll still link that down below, so you can check that out too. So we're still on October 1st, and we also have The Day I Fell into a Fairy Tale by Ben Miller. I love the fact that he writes these stories for his children. So this one, Lana loves stories, especially the ones she and her brother Harrison share in their make-believe games. But when Harrison decides he's too grown up to play with Lana, she finds herself feeling lonely until something magical happens. Hidden in the strange new supermarket in town, Lana discovers a portal to a fairy tale world. But these aren't the happy ever after fairy tales that Lana knows. They are darker and more dangerous. And the characters need Lana's help to defeat an evil witch. But she can't do it alone. Can she convince Harrison to believe in stories again and journey to the world with her before it's too late? Sounds magical, it sounds great, and yeah, I think it'll be fantastic. Also on October 1st, we have The Ghost of Goswater by Lucy Strange. I don't know if I said Goswater right. But this is a thrilling gothic tale, and it's set in the Lake District in 1899, and I've been to the Lake District. I don't live too far away from the Lake District, but I love the Lake District, so it's fantastic that this is set there. But the Earl is dead, and cruel cousin Clarence has inherited everything. 12-year-old Lady Agatha Asquith is cast out of Goswater Hall to live in a tiny, tumble-down cottage with a stranger who claims to be her father. I love these character names already. Aggie is determined to discover her real identity, but she is not alone on her quest for the truth. On the last day of the year, when the clock strikes midnight, a mysterious girl of light creeps through the crack in time. She will not rest until the dark, terrible secrets of the past have been revealed. I was going to say recovered. Revealed. This looks fantastic, and I also think a character has my last name in this as well, Hetherington. I remember on Twitter, I think Lucy said there is a character with the name Hetherington in it, so I'm 100% picking that up, of course I am. I haven't read the first book of this yet, but on October 6th in America, finally we're off October 1st, on October 6th in America, Tristan Strong Destroys the World by Kwame Umbalia comes out on that day. I need to read the first one. It's just come out in paperback in the United Kingdom, so I'm definitely going to get my hands on that book. But this one is the sequel to Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky. And the first one is about how Tristan Strong feels anything but strong since he failed to save his best friend when they were in a bus accident together. All he has left of Eddie is the journal his friend wrote stories in. Tristan is dreading the month he's going to spend on his grandparents' farm in Alabama, where he's been sent to heal from the tragedy. But on his first night there, a sticky creature shows up in his bedroom and steals Eddie's notebook. Tristan chases after it, is that a doll? And a tug of war ensues between them underneath a bottle tree. In a last attempt to wrestle the journal out of the creature's hands, Tristan punches the tree, accidentally ripping open a chasm into the mid-pass. A volatile place with a burning sea, haunted bone ships, and iron monsters that are hunting the inhabitants of the world. Now that's the first book. I don't really know what the second book is about, but you can bet your bottom dollar I am getting these books and I am reading them ASAP. On October 15th, we have The Griffin Gate by Vashti Hardy. This is a book for Barrington Stoke, and they are a dyslexia-friendly publisher. And Vashti Hardy is the author of Brightstorm and Dark Whispers and Wildspark, and I love her to bits. But this one is about Grace, and for years, Grace's family have been wardens of the Griffin Map, using its teleport technology to help people and fight crime across the land of Moorland. At 13, Grace is too young to become a warden, but she longs to go on missions herself. After all, if her brother Brent can do it, why can't she? So when Grace finds herself alone with the map when a distress call comes in, she jumps at the chance to prove she's up to the task. But the map transports Grace to a remote village where nothing is quite as it seems. Has she landed right in the middle of a treacherous scheme? It seems fantastic, and I'm trying to read more dyslexia-friendly books so that I can recommend them on my channel. So I'm excited, and Vashti Hardy is a fantastic writer, so of course I want to read it. On the same day, October 15th, in the UK, the long-delayed sequel to Nevermore is out. Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. It does come out on October 15th. I will put up the final graphic up here for the UK. It's like the UK cover. It's beautiful. I can't wait to get the final copy. But this one is the third book in the Nevermore series by Jessica Townsend. And I love the series so much. It is about Morgan Crow who gets whisked away to Nevermore, where she must prove herself to be magical in this wondrous society. And the third book in the series I have read. I read it at the start of this month and I loved it. I loved it so much. And I do think a lot of Nevermore fans will be so happy with this book. It wasn't originally supposed to come out in February, and then it got moved to August, and finally it does come out on October 15th in the UK. I think it came out on September 29th in Australia and New Zealand, and it comes out on October 27th in North America. So I can't wait for you guys to get it. I can't wait. October, it's going to bankrupt us all, but it's going to be so worth it. On October 29th, we have another Christmassy middle grade, and that is Tinsel by Chevelle Pounder. And this one I had my eyes on for quite a while. This is about the girls who invented Christmas. What if somewhere along the way we've all got the Santa story a bit wrong? Join Blanche Close and her best friend Rinky for a funny, festive sleigh ride you'll never forget. That's all I pretty much know about it, but if you are in the mood to get some festive middle grades, along with The Miracle on Ebenezer Street, there's just going to be so many fantastic festive middle grades coming out this year, and I think we should all read them. It's going to come out in hardback as well, so I'm sure that's going to look gorgeous. And it's glitter. It's got glitter on it. I love glitter. On November 5th, the third and final book in the Nowhere Emporium series by Ross Mackenzie comes out, and this one is going to be called The Otherwhere Emporium. Now, I'm not too sure what the third book is about, but the Nowhere Emporium series does follow this like magical shop that can appear out of nowhere. It has a labyrinth of rooms that contains wonders and magic beyond belief, and to enter it you must pay a price. So it's a fantastic looking middle grade series, and the third and final book does come out, so excited to pick it up. But yes, November 5th as of this video. The new book by Damaris Young called The Creature Keeper is coming out on November 5th as well. I've not long finished The Switching Hour by Damaris Young, and it was such a great atmospheric read for fall, and The Creature Keeper equally looks pretty good. Creepy Diaspire Hall sits glowering on the moors, and if you stray too close, then beware the growls and scary sounds from within. When animal lover Cora learns that Diaspire's mysterious owner is looking for a new creature keeper, she realises this might be the chance she's looking for to save her parents' farm. I'm struggling to speak at this point now. But Diaspire Hall is a spooky place, and the strange creatures who live there are nothing like Cora is expecting. So many S's. As Cora settles into her new life, it soon becomes clear that Diaspire has its secrets, and that somebody will do whatever it takes to keep them. It looks great. I struggle to read the synopsis. I don't know what I'm going to be like reading the book, but I mean, it's funny. It's just me being strange. But it looks really good and perfect for the Halloween season, even though it comes out in November. Finally, the last book I want to talk about in this video comes out on November 12th, and that is 1,000 Questions by Sadia Faruqi. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. So this one is set against the backdrop of Karachi, Pakistan, and Mimi is not thrilled to be spending her summer there with her grandparents she's never met. Secretly, she wishes to find her long absent father and plans to write to him in her beautiful new journal. The cook's daughter, Sakina, still hasn't told her parents that she'll be accepted to school only if she can improve her English test score. But then, how could her family possibly afford to lose the money she earns working with her Abba in a rich family's kitchen? Although the girls seem totally incompatible at first, as the summer goes on, Sakina and Mimi realise that they have plenty in common, and that they each need the other to get what they want most. So this says it is perfect for readers of Other Words for Home and Front Desk. Now, I absolutely love Other Words for Home by Jasmine Morga, and I think this is going to be fantastic. It hasn't been talked about enough, but it does come out in November in the UK on the 12th of November, and I'm really excited to give it a read. It looks great, and I love the cover as well. So those were all the books that are coming out in the last half of the year that I can think of that I have written down. There's probably going to be 100 more, but I don't know what they are. So if I have missed a book that you think is going to be so fantastic, then do let me know in the comments. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Do check out all of the books. I will leave pre-order links in the description box, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!